This is the story of Mandera rising from 5 decades of marginalization to a new dawn of transformation in just over 2.5 years of devolution. Located in the northern region of Kenya, Mandera County is one of 47 counties established as part of the devolved government system. Mandera shares international boundaries with Ethiopia to the north and northwest and Somalia to the east. It also borders Wajir County to the south and southwest. Mandera has 6 constituencies, also referred to as sub-counties, namely Mandera East, Lafi, Mandera North, Mandera South, Banissa and Mandera West. In a bid to make Mandera a competitive investment destination, key flagship projects and infrastructural interventions have been launched to improve the investment climate and living conditions. The flagship projects include Mandera International Airport, Mandera County Headquarters, Mandera County Assembly, Mandera 5-star Hotel, Mandera Moi Stadium and Mandera International Livestock Market, not forgetting the governor's residence, among other infrastructural projects.
All the 47 counties, they were told, set, go. We had to compete with Nairobi, Nakuru, Mombasa and all the big counties. Of course, all the counties are not the same. But for us, we started from scratch. There was nothing. And we are doing very well. Considering where we started from.
When the county administration took over, Mandera was in the book of records for all the wrong reasons. It recorded the highest mortality rates in the world at 3,795 deaths per 100,000 births. Hospitals and dispensaries were badly understaffed, with residents travelling long distances on bad roads to seek treatment. The Mandera Referral Health Facility, as well as 52 other dispensaries and health centres, were in a state of ruin, to say the least. It was a sad state of neglect, with equipment in a state of disrepair. It has been a long walk in reforming health services across the county and hiring skilled manpower to engage in preventive and curative services. Today, it is one area which has witnessed transformation.
Recent strides continue to be taken by the county government to address these challenges and continue to report tremendous improvements. As part of these efforts, I note the Mandera County Referral Hospital has been refurbished into a very good hospital facility.
The number of referral facilities have increased from 1 in 2012 to 3 currently. The number of primary, fully functional health facilities has increased from 18 to 57. The number of skilled health workers has increased from 154 in 2012 to 733. The number of equipped ambulances has changed from 1 in 2012 to 9 currently. The number of immunization facilities has increased from 18 to 35 since the advent of devolution. The number of immunized children grown from 7,000 to over 9,500. Services such as family planning and maternal health have shown tremendous improvement since the advent of devolution. Those who access family planning increased from 4,900 to over 7,000. Deliveries assisted by skilled attendants rose from 3,800 to over 8,000. New visits to antenatal clinics have gone up during the same period. Today, maternal deaths have reduced by about 40% thanks to interventions that came with devolution. Areas previously lacking health facilities were targeted with new infrastructure and level 3 hospitals built in Lafe and Takaba, and for the first time, a milestone was achieved in Takaba. With many additional health centers and dispensaries across the county in Aimole, Kilwehiri, Shimbir Fatuma, Wargadud, Didkuro, Lagsure, Kukub, Kutayu, Ashabito, Kalalio, Kumbiso, Alangu, Bambo, Cabo, Gari, and expansion of facilities at Sala, Karsadamu, Birkan, Darouet, Dauder, Gagaba, all distributed across the 6 sub-counties. Today, we have constructed 18 maternity wards with delivery rooms and hired skilled health workers to operationalize them before the end of the year.
Facility improvements in terms of renovations, in terms of other systems that are required for smooth service delivery have increased, and that we expect in the next 1 year to also improve the uptake of the utilization of health facilities.
From dilapidated 52 health facilities, ill-equipped, and the sad tale of mothers traveling for days to deliver babies on bad roads, it is a story of transformation thanks to devolution.
I've been a regular visitor to the county over the last 3.5 years. Despite the numerous challenges, the transformation of the health sector in this county that we've witnessed since devolution in 2013 is truly remarkable. This is in large part attributable to the leadership that's been provided by the Mandera County government.
With little investments, history was made with the first cesarean section birth since independence registered in Takaba Hospital.
namina mumbadiati wan ma korito kon na gogora ani na arbi ani eden wan kana chumal na dawani ana tahbana chigari nuduga china fudi ramadawana tidan lani bisana dawana kinnan alhamdulillah ma wayari nga dabulaya di kalera ngeza na har khatel man kana kasirapina ragaba
tumetoka Elwak. Tumekuja na mama najifungua na mamboa huko hakuna leta daktari abana iko asema tunatuma nyinyi Takaba. At least nimeona difference ya zamani na sasa hata watu ya huko iko msaidizi yao iko difference ya zamani.
We are able to upgrade our dispensaries to health centers, and our referral hospital or level 5 hospital have been upgraded and equipments have been bought. You can find referral cases rather than going to Wajir or going to Nairobi. Patients are able to be treated at Mandera County Referral Hospital.
Of the 4 outpatient centers newly built, Eimole, Kilwehiri, Shimbir Fatuma, and Wargadud 2 will be upgraded to be community life centers and provide services for 24 hours a day through this partnership.
To me, Mandera is a promising story, and I'm proud that my organization, UNFPA, many other UN partners such as UNICEF, WHO, UN Women, UNAIDS have all come together along with different development partners like the ambassadors of Sweden and Turkey who were present there also on October 13, that we are all coming together. Office of the President of Kenya is part of this, the Ministry of Health. I think we are changing a chapter in Mandera, but the people who can really change that is the people of Mandera themselves.
And for the sick who need evacuation to hospital, Mandera County hired services of 7 ambulances from Kenya Red Cross Society, purchased 1 and received another from UNFPA for emergency response. The impact has been far-reaching.
Mandera has a potential because it's really, in between these 2 countries, Somalia and Ethiopia. If we do, this whole socioeconomic transformation process supporting the county government properly, then it will be one of really the powerhouses of this country. We are engaged as a UN. It's our commitment to Mandera. Mandera matters to us.
Going forward, the county has set eyes on securing services of specialist doctors and exploring e-health solutions through telemedicine. The county has eyes on upgrading of Mandera Referral Hospital to a level 5 facility with medical, teaching and referral hospital to serve Mandarians and neighbors from Ethiopia and Somalia. As a response to mass exodus of health workers due to terror attacks, the county administration hired skilled locals as a safeguard measure. And today, 93% of all health workers are locals. When the county government took over the reins of power and devolution in April 2013, Mandera district was ranked number 47 out of 47, firmly gripping the tail end in Kenya's academic performance. Shocked by the reality of dismal performance, the county leadership convened a two-day stakeholder meeting to identify the root causes of the problem. Several causes of poor academic performance were enumerated. These included high pupil-to-teacher ratio standing at 100:1, cheating in examinations, fear of examination environment, lack of quality assurance, lack of extracurricular activities, indiscipline cases among students and teachers. Mandera district leadership abdicated its role in the education sector. Parents too were disinterested in education. In the period of 14 years before the advent of devolution, a mere 20 students qualified to enroll for university education from Mandera annually. Confronted with the situation, the county government implemented recommendations of the stakeholders seminar and the wheels of education began to roll. 1. The Teachers Service Commission posted 200 teachers to reduce staffing gaps through lobbying efforts of the county leadership. 2. The county sponsored mock examinations for classes 7 and 8 and Form 3s and 4s to acquaint pupils with the examination environment. 3. The county purchased and distributed sports gear to all schools, effectively reviving sporting activities and increasing interest in schooling. 4. The county recruited and posted quality assurance officers to help in monitoring and evaluating of learning. 5. Recruited and posted 400 ECD teachers to further reduce the teacher-student ratio. 6. The county engaged parents and teachers in the revival of Parents' Day, prize-giving days and sports days, thereby increasing participation of parents in schooling of their children. 7. Every teacher signed a commitment to fight cheating in exams, resulting to drastic minimization of this practice. The result was instantaneous. For the first time in history, Mandera managed to enroll 400 students in public universities in 1 year. The county had its first candidate scoring a straight A in high school exams.
We challenge them that given the best resources, ranging from the human resources and also facilities in the school, we can get what others can. And today, practically, we have proved them wrong because we now have an airplane in our county.
Despite all progress made, the county suffered a setback when upcountry teachers employed by the Teachers Service Commission deserted following terror attacks. After 3 months of waiting in vain, Mandera County government hired 830 untrained teachers, mainly from students who had performed well in the previous year's exams, to carry on with the learning. The county also strengthened early childhood education after hiring 460 ECD teachers. Co-curricular activities like sports and drama served to add flavor to learning, and soon boys and girls were no longer dull learners.
We have also built our first ECD stroke P1 teacher training college, which has been registered. We have built a lot of libraries in the sub-counties. We have built quite a number of social halls in the sub-counties.
In tertiary education, Mandera Polytechnic and TVET have been revived, and today we have 300 students learning various skills and trades. The county has constructed 160 ECD classrooms as well as administration blocks for some secondary schools at Mandera Secondary from 20,000 to 30,000 cubic meters dam capacity include Cabo, Hardawa, Kotkoto, Tarbay, Kotkot, Donkey, Lankura, Arda Garse, Dribor, Awacho Sambur, Warankara, Dede, Sukel Donkey, Maasho, Doobu, Sheikh Baro, Karsadamu, and Gololbia, among others. Businesses are growing and opportunities are emerging for investment. The county is looking at homegrown solutions and offering training and exposure for business people to modernize their businesses. The county government inherited 9 stalled projects. The Department of Trade has already revived 8 of the projects in Kutulo, Wargadud, Kalalio, Ashabito, Lafi, and 2 markets in Ramu town. The county government has also contracted the construction of 74 more stalls in Mandera town. Mandera County has grown its mobile telephone access from a paltry 15% in 2013 to nearly 70% in 2015. The county government has set up a tower to distribute internet connectivity to all government institutions. When the county administration took office in 2013, only 35 cooperative societies were registered. Most were, however, dormant and had weak governance structures. The county government has since revived 22 cooperatives and increased the number to 43, just 7 short of the target 50. The county has also registered 5 cooperatives and 3 SACCOs. Marhaba Women's SACCO, an umbrella organization that brings together all women's self-help groups in the county, is one of the beneficiaries. When the county administration took office, agriculture was in shambles. Wild weeds and bushes, locally known as Madenga weed or prosopis, invaded farmlands. Labeled an arid land, Mandera County has demystified farming and turned its drylands into productive farmlands while enhancing food security. Today, we have irrigation and mechanization supporting farming activities. Through partnerships with the private sector, we have achieved the goal of addressing the ever-growing demand for food in an environment characterized by shortages due to harsh climatic conditions. Our dream remains reviving farming to produce surplus food for local consumption and for export. We have revived failed irrigation projects and offered subsidized supply of seeds, fertilizer, and tractors to prosper agriculture. Today, we are proud of crops which come in a variety from maize, beans, simsim, nuts, sunflowers, to fruits and vegetables.
Farmers have been supported with farm inputs, with fuel for their generators. The irrigation schemes have been revived and they are doing good.
Horticulture has taken root, with farmers taking to fruit and cash crops to boost their incomes. From succulent mangoes, tasty bananas, and arguably Kenya's sweetest watermelons, there is a huge potential in commercial fruit farming. Equally, simsim and sunflower have been farmed in the region many had written off as agriculturally barren. The county has a strategy to absorb the initial risk for agro-investors to invest in a fruit processing factory which is under construction to value add to farmers' crops and foster market-oriented farming. We have introduced greenhouse farming to boost vegetable and fruit farmers across the county, with farmers exporting fruits and vegetables, especially watermelons and onions, to Addis Ababa and Nairobi. We have revived rain-fed farms in Koromei, Banyale, Bankolo, and Chachane. We are lobbying for damming of River Daoa at Nitiyaya, which is an area characterized by deep rocky gorges, to change the river from running cumulative 9 months per year to year-round flowing river. In this regard, we have partnered with IGAD and the National Irrigation Board under the Ministry of Water, where a study was already done and the potential determined. We have revived all our irrigation schemes of Border Point 1, Gadudia, Aresa, Hereri, Chantole and Ramudim 2. We believe realizing a food-secure Mandera to be a very realistic dream.
To crown it all, we have achieved a lot. Mandera is a very lucky, one of the very luckiest beneficiaries of the devolution.
Traveling to Mandera from Kenya's capital of Nairobi was always a nightmare. It took days of grueling road trip, as was the case of crisscrossing from one corner of the county to another, but not anymore. Today, a county that never saw an inch of tarmacked road in 50 years of independence is witnessing the construction of pioneer tarmac roads in Mandera town, which is set for handing over by December of 2015. The road has been designed with proper shoulders and drainage to ensure it is not washed away during heavy rains. The design includes pedestrian walkways as Mandera town builds a fresh urban look. Journeys have been made shorter through improved road networks, and drivers are spending less on fuel, wear and tear, as they best recount the trauma of back-breaking vehicle-degrading road trips before devolution.
waxaan soo jirnay gaariga 4 saac 3 saac meelaha u qaadan jiray haddana waa wax daqiiqada ku eg ayaan u soconaa wallahi oo si faraxtina ay wax noogu qabatay oo qalbigaan ku farax weyn ay qalbiga noo gelisay laakiin dhul badan ayaa wali noo laaban in wax noogu qabto ayaan codsan lahaynay oo ka batay wadada asaxab naga soo gasha ilaa tiimal kaamiri taas ayaan u baahnaa in wax noogu qabto.
My discussions with many people from all the sub-counties that the sub-county roads have been improved. The graveling in those areas has been remarkable, and I think the roads have been significantly improved.
We've managed to do all-weather Maram roads, inter-constituency connectivity, about 800 kilometers from that non-existent road to all-weather Maram road.
The roads that have opened up Mandera largely with some 830 kilometers include Mandera Arabia, Arabia Fino, Fino Lafe, Fino Warankara, Ramu Ola, Ola Guba, Guba Banisa, Banisa Emole, Banisa Kilwehiri, Banisa Takaba, Banisa Domal, Takaba Tokofole, Takaba Shimbir Fatuma, Elwak Kutulo, Kutulo to Elham, Elwak to Shimbir Fatuma. The road network has been improved to inter-ward and inter-sub-county, even those that were impassable during heavy rains are now all fun to drive through.
You know, I had one WhatsApp text from a young man who drove from Elwak to Mandera through the Arabia Road the other time, and he has never been in this county for the last 3 or 4 years. He gave me a picture of the road and said it is a super highway.
We have constructed more than 60 drifts for drainage of storm water with minimal wear of the road sections. The journey between places have been cut by more than 300% because where it used to take the whole day between Banisa and Mandera now takes just 2.5 hours. Takaba to Elwak, that used to take 4 hours, has been reduced to 1 hour 15 minutes. Takaba Banisa used to take 2.5 hours, now just takes 40 minutes. Milk producers in Banisa transport their produce using small cars to faraway markets.
Basically, we have improved the road network within our county in the last 2 years. This has enhanced service delivery.
Manderians are largely a pastoralist community where animals have deep cultural value and sentimental attachment. For many years, farmers lost stock to disease and drought or selling animals at throwaway prices in desperate drought times. This is changing. The dream of Mandera County government is to turn around pastoralism from a way of life into a commercially viable venture targeting high-end export markets with a variety of products including fresh meats, cheese and milk products. The county administration has made considerable investment in animal healthcare and extension services. It built cold rooms for storage of vaccines. The county government also embarked on mass vaccination of animals and is looking at a disease-free flock across the county. The result has been a big increase in livestock numbers from goats to camels as farmers look for markets to sell their animals.
The community, they've been very appreciative on the vaccination exercise that have been carried out, meaning the last 2 years deaths of animals was it was not even there, very minimal, because they were given all the necessary support that they need.
waxaan u arki karnaa si aan la heli karin si xoolihii ay ku fiyoobaadaan si xoolihii nidaamkooda si dhaqankaayna aan la rabno ceenkaasaan yacni aan cudsanaynaa oon mahad weynaan celinaynaa countiga xagga dowladda si walba countiga mahad weynaan u celinaynaa.
To overcome pasture challenges, the county has engaged farmers in a massive production of fodder for use during drought, with at least 17,000 bales harvested and distributed to hard-hit and vulnerable areas in the first year and 43,000 in the second year of devolution. Today, animals quench their thirst from watering points thanks to water pans, tracking services, coupled with fodder production. Livestock keeping has a new meaning as a sustainable economic venture. Currently, Mandera farmers supply the domestic requirements of meat and dairy products and other livestock products while accounting for about 70% of the total marketed agricultural products in the county. The subsector also contributes substantial earnings to households through sale of livestock and livestock products, and provides raw material for agro-industries including hides and skins. We target tannery industry for finished leather products and accessories to be produced from Mandera County. The county is endowed with large rangelands suitable for large-scale livestock production and ranching, with an eye targeting high export markets in Middle East with fresh meat products. The county holds an immense potential for dairy farming in cattle, goats and camels. This also gives an opportunity for milk processing farms to set up base in the county and serve the huge market both in Mandera and to our neighbours. Key measures taken to improve this sector include establishment of a livestock-free zones, encouraging investments in modern fodder production technologies for enhanced availability of animal feeds, establishing a modern livestock regional market, construction of an abattoir and leather tannery will follow soon. The bottom line, however, is that we seek to transform the livestock sector from prestigious type production to market-oriented and economically viable enterprise for Mandera County. As such, we seek investors to partner with us to add new investments or create and target new market opportunities by tapping into the huge potential in this sector. Shortly, with Mandera International Airport under construction, our fresh halal meat products will be in Dubai and Saudi Arabia supermarkets within 3 hours of slaughter.
Sub-counties, we are doing sub-regional livestock markets in order to foster trade. We've partnered with the national government, and thanks to the President, I immensely must extend my appreciation to His Excellency the President, where we've discussed and looked at the viability of doing meat export from Mandera into the Middle Eastern market. While we put all these measures in place, that required facilitative environment by way of airport infrastructure.
We have been following key steps in turning pastoralism from a way of life into a viable economic activity.
Pastoralism for the people of Mandera and the entire northeastern province was a way of life. You know, our parents, our great-grandparents have all kept livestock as a sign of prestige, where what used to happen is you keep as many as you can. And now we want to transform that from, turning pastoralism from a way of life into viable economic activity.
1. We have mapped livestock trade routes. 2. Carried out livestock census. 3. Recruited veterinary doctors. 4. Established fish hatcheries. 5. Trained the communities. 6. Constructed cold rooms for storing vaccines. 7. Fodder production and distribution. 8. Established a demonstration dairy farm along River Daua. 9. Construction of a regional livestock market. And 10. Construction of an international airport.
The concept of regional for Mandera is a reality. Everything we think regional. Because we're just, right across the river, less than a kilometer is Suftu town. Less than 500 meters is Bulahawa in Somalia. And what we are looking at this is a market, a market population. And Mandera is the biggest town in a radius of about 500 to 600 kilometers all around, southern Somalia, southern Ethiopia, and northeastern tip of Kenya included. We're looking at a market population of about 3 million.
We have also planned for the establishment of livestock disease-free zones, construction of a world-class abattoir, construction of a tannery, construction of a leather products producing factory over the next few years. We have suffered 3 drought seasons over the last 2.5 years, but unlike before, where every drought cycle brought mass death of livestock and malnourished populations, today we have managed to give ending drought emergency a new meaning. Alhamdulillah, in 2.5 years, our livestock population is multiplying by the day. We have allowed our livestock to look for pasture where the pasture is, but we supply water to them at the location of the pasture during drought seasons. Mandera is a virgin tourist destination with Malkamari National Park, whose potential is yet to be tapped. Malkamari Park has unique Somali giraffes, lions, leopards, cheetahs, foxes, ostriches, and antelopes. Its rugged terrain in the desert equally provides a unique filming destination with great potential for rally in the jungle equivalent of the Paris-Dakar fame, which attracts tourists, motorcyclists, and rallying drivers. Its expansive lands can also be great sporting destination for equivalents of the Abu Dhabi Formula One races. These make Mandera a county with unlimited opportunities and endless possibilities. Devolution came into being at a time that Mandera town was virtually under terror rule. Had it not been for devolution, Mandera would have been more susceptible to terror attacks. Even though security management is a national government function, the county government of Mandera did its best to secure its population through peace-building efforts, helping in organizing national police reserves, logistical support in terms of vehicle and fuel, lobbying the national government in prioritizing Mandera security concerns, infrastructural improvement, payment of salaries and allowances to national police reservists. Never before has any president given security attention to Mandera area, more than His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta. Today, the frequency of occurrence of terror incidents has drastically reduced, even though we are far from getting out of security challenges. As a result of closely bordering Somalia and the terror cells in the Gedo region of Somalia that we closely border, we definitely have tremendously improved the overall security situation in Mandera County, today more than ever before. We invested heavily in solar-powered street lighting program. We have started the sub-counties of El Wak, Ramu, Takaba, Lafay, and Mandera town. Thanks to devolution, the dark nights are slowly turning to bright nights. Just to take an example of one sub-county, which is El Wak County, currently, this is what it looks like by night.
Looking at the strategic regional position and the position advantage, location advantage that Mandera has, we're seeing ourselves as repositioning ourselves as a regional trading hub through devolution as it is. And of course, with the international airport coming up and other regional development that is coming up, the sky is the limit with respect to what can come up. As a county, we've managed to achieve considerable, progress in the area of development, even though there is deafening sound of the few dissenting voices that will always complain about the county government not having done enough in that. And what is most comforting is when President Barack Obama recently came to Kenya, and in his speech, he covered what true meaning of democracy was.
Democracy is sometimes messy, and for leaders, sometimes it's frustrating. Democracy means that somebody's always complaining about something. Nobody is ever happy in a democracy about their government. If you make one person happy, somebody else is unhappy. Then sometimes somebody who you made happy, later on they're now they're not happy. They say, "What have you done for me lately?" But that's the nature of democracy. That's why it works, is because it's constantly challenging leaders to up their game and to do better.